Share what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Tell me, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Say what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Hey, tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me.
What's your talking say? You ready to go, Jen?
Yes.
You was cutting up on that one, girl.
Share what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Tell me, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Say what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Hey,
You know you love me. Hey, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. How y'all doing today? Y'all doing all right? Everybody feeling okay? Everybody doing good? Me, I'm all right. Thank you for asking. Listen, I thank you guys so much for joining me here over on the So What You Think channel for another recap of today's show, which I thought was okay. I don't know why my spirits feel a little bit low today, but I do know why. It's a lot going on. So, but anyway, I'm going to try to put that out of my mind and put y'all in it, okay? Put this in it, okay? Let me see. Some days I tell y'all need to come over here and get into a little gossip so that your day is a little better. And today I need to get into a little gossip so mine improves, okay? All right, listen. If you want to be an official gatekeeper, all you have to do is make a comment down there, and then we're going to give you the big fanfare. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It's real cute. So let us know if it's your first time commenting. Okay. All right. We love to talk about every little thing that happens behind the gates, on beyond the gates, like it's our job. That's how we got the name of the gatekeepers, not because we're trying to keep anybody from anything, but because we are guarding all of the tea, honey. And so thanks to Tony Lynn and to Jasmine, we have our name, the Gatekeeper Gang, Gang, Gang. And that's what we are over here. We the Gatekeeper Gang. You want to be part? You want to be down? Then, hey, do you want to get down? Then what you going to do? Do you want to get down? Well, then all you got to do is make a comment down there, and then it's official for you. You are in the gang, gang, gang. All right. We also take a deeper dive into the storylines of the show. We're not just all laughs and giggles over here. We also talk about what we think is really going on, our suspicions and stuff with these characters. We don't like this, we don't like that, we like to get into all of that. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. I'm trying to get this channel to grow to 3,000 subscribers, and with your help, slowly but surely, I can get there. So help me do that. Another way you can help me for free is by hitting the like button to let us know that you enjoy the content, or just to support the content and the page and the algorithms that we're trying hard to stay into and get into and all of that. It's not easy for little channels, for small channels. So every little thing you do helps us to get pushed out there into the algorithms. Who knows? One day we may have 1 million subscribers. It could be 1 million people you don't know that want to talk about these people every day. Y'all don't know. I'm going to keep going. You don't know. And you remember I said this one day. Oh, God. If you don't hit the like button, then you know Miss Belinda Hill is going to do her thing, which is bring this thing to a halt. So if you don't want to see all this.
Hey, you, hit the like button.
Just go on and hit the like button now, then we ain't got to deal with all that later. Okay, all right. We have some wonderful mods over here and a wonderful Gatekeeper Gang, Gatekeeper Gang, let's see, leaders, if you will. And they keep you all engaged down there in the comment section, and everybody does their part. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate every single one of you. I do. So say hello to the mods and to Tony Lynn, who we haven't seen in a while. I hope everything is good with Tony. If he's ever listening in the replay, say hello or something so that we know that you're good, because we worry about you, Tony. So we send you our love and concern. if by chance you do hear this. So from your Gatekeeper family, we just want to make sure that you're good to Tony Lynn, okay? Now, if you're feeling like it, you can also support the channel by way of a super sticker or a super chat, or if you want to send something to the Cash App, it is also scrolling at the bottom if you would rather do that, and then it comes directly here. And it's all used to keep the channel going. So if you're feeling like you want to do that, then please do so. Let's see. All right. With that, I'm just going to pull out my romper room mirror and see which one of my superstars is down there typing in the comments.
Who's that typing in the comments?
D was first, and Below Didi says, "Hey, gatekeepers, Miss Jen and Mods. Hey, Miss Below Didi, moderator." Belinda Hill, who's also a moderator, says, "Hello, Miss Jen, Tony Lynn, Elaine T, Gatekeepers, Mod Squad. Happy Taco Tuesday." Of course, I hit the like button because she's what? The officer of the doggone like button. Let me hit it on my other device to make sure that I'm compliant. I just did so I did too, and Belinda. She's asked you guys to please remember to hit the like button, and gatekeepers and viewers watching in the bushes. Elaine T is in the house, and she says, "Hey, gatekeeper." She is also one of our moderators, and thank you so much for that. Elaine also sees after the chat after we go off the air, just to encourage you guys to like the video and all of that when you're in the replay gang. Mr. Raven Maniac says, "We missed you yesterday, Raven Maniac. I think it was yesterday we missed you." He says, "Hello, fellow gatekeepers, Miss Jen and Mod Squad. I'm over here in the gallery, patiently and poignantly pondering the events of the day, sipping on some BTGT to catch up on the hot topics." Elaine says, "Hey, Miss Jen, cousin Linda, Tony Lynn, KB, Officer Belinda, and Mr. Raven Maniac." Let's see. Belinda said, "What happened to you yesterday, Mr. Raven Maniac?" Myrtle Tinslers checked in, and she says, "Hey, Miss Jen, gatekeepers, and to the mods, and hello to you too." Elaine said, "Let's pick up Miss Jen. Girl, see if y'all can pick me up. I'll take it." Myrtle Tinsler, they send a hello to you. Belinda does. And Linda Bain is also in the house and says, "Good evening. Hope you all had a wonderful day." I hit the like button on the way in. Thank you for doing that, Linda. Hello to Below Didi, Miss B, Belinda Hill, Elaine T, Myrtle Tinsler, and everybody else. Rhonda Reed is checked in and says, "Good evening, everyone. Hey, I will shout him, Tony Lynn, out in the replay. Do y'all know it turns out that my cousin went to school with Bill?" So my friend was telling me yesterday, me and her had a conversation offline. We won't go no deeper than that. But yeah, that's funny. Yep. Terry Anthony says, "Be encouraged. God is with you." Thank you so much. I will shout Tony Lynn out in the replay. Thank you, Elaine. That's a good idea. Thank you for doing that. KB Mommy says, "Greetings. And so what you think, my Mod Squad sisters, Linda, Below, Didi, Destiny. Destiny, where you at, girl? Cousin Tony Lynn, my officer, my sister officer, Belinda Hill, and my boo, Elaine T, and my good friend, Bailiff Raven Maniac 1. All right, you guys. All right, so with that, excuse me. You know, I've just realized at the time of the day I've been at 8 and then all this breathing. As you do when you're talking like this, makes me have to feel like I'm about to belch or something, and I don't want to do that in the thing. So I'm trying to meter my speech. All right, you guys, with that, I'm going to unlock the gates and get on in here and see what's went on today behind the gates. Y'all ready? Let's do it. Gatekeepers, it's time for our daily dose of Beyond the Gates Unlocked. Can you believe we are at episode 208? 208. And Fido Xavier was our director today, and I enjoyed some of the shots that was shot today. Let me tell you why. Because we got a chance to see different, like, I can see that they're trying to choose different spots in these rooms to shoot. Hey, Peggy. Different spots in these rooms to shoot where we really haven't seen something shot in this corner or maybe from this angle, or, you know. So it was interesting watching these angles that took place today. But y'all know we partial that Fido was friend to the channel, you know, so we, whenever he, you know, that's our favorite director. I don't care who else they give it to. We don't care. We don't care. We don't go, he our friend, so, you know, it's all we care about. I mean, we got other ones too, but you know, we don't know y'all like that. Y'all ain't come over here and get no interviews at the same time. You ain't never came and chatted it up with us, okay? And to the character of Randy Maurice, listen, we still waiting on that interview, baby. We would still like to talk to you because I believe your role got expanded. Because I thought I remember reading somewhere that you were only supposed to be in so many episodes, but look at you, you still on there and rolling hard. And don't let them get rid of you. Keep on having stuff to say. Insert yourself. Shout some stuff out. That's what I tell people. Okay. All right. Vernon and Anita were back from chemo, and he's helping her along like she's a piece of glass about to break. And she like, child, why you all up on me like I'm some porcelain doll? I'm all right. I'm all right. He said he should have been with. She said I should have been with my girls, and she senses that not that Vernon is not being straight with her because she done asked him, do you know about these tests? So then he gonna say, oh, Nicole is not a carrier. And so she was looking at him like, okay, mm, okay. So she was like, okay, Nicole is not a carrier. Okay. So then Danny and Andre are talking. I think he said, but Danny does. I think he did tell her, but Danny does. Okay, 'cause that's what I wrote down. Nicole is not a carrier, but I think he was trying not to say the rest. And then she was like, but Danny does. So Danny does. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. Hey, Glow. Hey, Glow, 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 Glow. All right, so over at Danny and Andre's house, they are talking, and she wishes that the girls had let her come with them for their blood draw. And Andre talks to her to try to calm her mind down and to stay positive. She wants to believe that her kids will be skipped, but she doesn't really believe it. She's like, I want to believe it, but I can't really believe it, and I'm so worried about them. I don't want my kids to be faced with this mess. Now Nicole then met up with Carlton down to the uptown. And he asked the results, and she starts up with some dark humor that he wasn't feeling that. I wasn't either. I was like, girl, we ain't here for all that. You in here making jokes about death, girl. This ain't nothing to be joking about. So he was not picking up on what she was putting down. So she shares that she's negative and wants to know why. He wants to know why she's not happier than she is since she did test negative. He's like, so why aren't you happier than what you are right now? Because Nicole gave you all some different acting chops today. She did. She went from sober to drunk in her acting today. So we got a chance to see a little bit of range with her dealing with that. She started out, because she had been doing a little bit of drinking before he got there, but she went from that to wasted. Okay. Now Jacob and his old fine daddy are at the precincts talking, and he wants to update about some cases, and he can see that Jacob is not really focused. So he told him, he says, well, I'm not, he said, your mind is not on work. He says, yeah, because I'm worried about my life. And I'm like, oh, your life on the jeopardize, but I get what you were saying. I get what you were saying. Your wife life on the jeopardize, therefore your life is on the jeopardize. I get you, you scared. Now Ashley chats with Naomi, and she and her sister are taking the test today. So Chelsea is afraid of needles, so she's got Madison in there with her holding her hand to try to calm her down. And although Naomi, where your husband at? Because see, Naomi like these other Duprees. I don't need anyone. Child, forget that. Everybody can come hold my hand, sing songs, distract me, because I ain't about to be rested in mind, spirit, or soul if I'm sitting in this position. But these Dupree women, they're strong. But Chelsea like, hold my hand. I need it. I ain't trying to be that strong. So Naomi is trying to be a bit more upbeat today than she was earlier. Like yesterday, she was kind of being kind of wah. So Ashley is also looking forward to her date to Derek she's talking about. I'm sorry, looking forward to her date. I wrote poor Derek, child. Excuse me. She ain't got no date with him. Hey, Bobby. And so, Derek, sidebar. Baby, I'm worried about you. What kind of lines they gonna give you now if she over here messing with this man? You just gonna be showing up acting angry? I mean, what they gonna do? I mean, we want them to not make your character so pathetic acting. We want you to pick yourself up, be the fireman that we know that you can be, strong. We need that now. So, go on in there and advocate for yourself in the right room. Now, Nicole over here still throwing back drinks left and right. She said she wishes that her sister had not tested positive. And Carlton said it does not mean that she will have cancer. So she orders a Long Island iced tea and he gets a club soda because I can know he can see that he needs to stay sober through what's about to go on. He know he need to stay sober, okay? So, but she gets that Long Island iced tea, and if for any of y'all that drink, I know that my friends that drink, that's what they be drinking, so that must be pretty hard, okay? So, I ain't never had it, but it must be hard because my drinking friends drink that, okay? So, she continues that she's always protected Danny, and she would trade places with her if she could. She's only glad that her kids are clear, but now this means that Danny's children are not, and she is not here for any of this stuff. She don't really like this for her sissy. Hey, JV. All right, now Jacob tells his daddy about the test and the results of them, and he wants to know how Naomi is doing. And he admits that Naomi is facing things like a champ, like a Dupree, but it's scaring the pants off him because he don't like none of this. Now, after the test, Madison teases with Chelsea that she needed to be in there because, wait a minute. Okay. After the test, Madison teases with Chelsea she needed to be in there with her. Okay. Because she said this Grayson guy is so hot that everybody wants him. And I had to be in there to make sure you wasn't falling for Grayson. I mean, Grayson, all right. I mean, he is, but not he can't draw no blood fine. He ain't no LeMan Rucker. He ain't Bill. Yeah, you know. But anyway, Naomi is busy over at the desk encouraging Naomi about this Grayson. Girl, step on out to the wild side. Step into the wild side. Ooh, ooh, ooh. She want her to step on over. And go on out there, girl, and dip your toe in the water and go on out with Grayson. So you don't even know Grayson like that. Why are you making her go? But you do need to go to her because we need you and Derek to be done. Now, Andre is doting on Danny and being honest about how he fell in love after a life of wandering around in life like a wandering, we call them money men. Those flowers that when you blow, they look like a white afro till you blow it, then they fly everywhere. You know what I'm talking about? He said he was floating in the wind like one of them pieces, just floating with nowhere to land, nowhere to be. And finally, I feel like I'm home. And Danny's like, I feel like I'm home too, Andre. And I was like, child, y'all so sweet. Now, Anita and Vernon are talking, and she said that she will not stand by and not support Danny. Because I know Danny gonna go off the rails after all of the mess she do. You know how Danny do. I love this family and all that it's become, Vernon. But I'm not gonna let cancer keep me away from my baby. And I was like, girl, you better go over there and check on your child. And that's what she did. And so Vernon said, you know you're supposed to be being still. You know the doctor told you to not do this and blah, 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 blah. She was like, let me tell you what's going to give me some rest. What's going to give me some rest, what's going to give me some peace of mind is going over there checking on my baby. So get the car. And he was like, I will tell Titus to bring the car around. I was like, Titus, you've been getting a lot of, this about the third time we done heard your name, Titus, because you was nowhere to be mentioned in the fire. I didn't even know they had a driver. I thought they was driving themselves everywhere, child. They got a driver. They rich. Mm-hmm. Now, Nicole don't think that Danny can handle all this, but she could have. And Nicole says that she's just as messed up as everybody else is. I've just had the training to teach me the tactics in order to deal with this stuff, but I don't like it. And she is having more drinks. And Carlton had to wait a man tell her because she was like, another Long Island iced tea. Carlton waited a man. He was like, don't you bring no more mess over here. But it's how y'all know that the character of Carlton must be all right because he wasn't trying to get her drunk and take her home. Look at that Nike sign fighting for his life over there on that big old bicep. But I digress. But Carlton told the man, don't bring no more drinks over here. She done had enough. And she says that she was like, I'm tired of having this facade. It's exhausting. And she admits that she's terrified a million times more than she would ever let on that she is. All of this is tension on her. And I think they about to throw the listen. This what I was thinking. I was like, with all this tension going on over his table right now, I think they about to be throwing powder and flour everywhere when they get to the house. I thought they would, but they didn't. But I thought they would. Yeah, that's what I thought was about to happen, but it did. Okay, so, but anyway, to me, this speaks to the character of this character, um, Carlton, because he wasn't trying to, like, yeah, have another drink. Yeah, have another drink. Okay, all right. Now, Danny and Andre was just about to get to throwing flour and powder everywhere over there at their house when the doorbell rings, ding dong, and it's Anita and Vernon. And they already inside when they get downstairs. Anita wasn't waiting. She hear about her child. She hear about her child right now. Okay. And he said, well, you might want to wait a minute because Danny's getting dressed. She said, I'm getting ready to head up these stairs because Danny ain't got nothing I ain't seen. I bought that child in the world. She ain't got nothing I ain't already seen. Get out of my way. So as soon as she got upstairs, she rushed to her baby and just hugged her up in her arms like a good mama do child. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. I know she was glad to see her mama, though. Who would not be? Chelsea said, taking that test made her think about being kidnapped when that girl came and stole her up. And always trying to be safe. And I don't want to be anymore. I want to go on vacations. I want to be spontaneous. I want to talk to strangers and learn things from them. I want to be as open as I used to be and just live my life. And this has made me see that I need to. I'm like, well, long as you just do that and don't go back into that couple stuff, girl. Okay. Don't do too much. Don't do too much. Now, Nicole talks about her mom's accomplishments in life, and she's like, my mom did this, she did that. She's got the EGOT. I didn't know she had an EGOT, girl. Your mama got an EGOT? Wow. So, Anita, you done been in plays, you done been on stage, you done sang, you done got the Grammy, you done got it all. All right then, sis. She's an EGOT. Yet she feels that her children are her greatest accomplishment. And cancer don't care about money, family, how much treatment you can afford. All it does is take, she says, and she starts crying and asking for another drink. And Carlton says, no, let me take you home. And she says the words that her daughter Kat said. Did y'all catch that? She said, I don't know if you really want to see me when the veil falls and you see who I am and you're not really going to like the real me behind the mask. But he's not scared off by that. Carlton ain't scared at all. But okay, so this is mirroring Kat's situation where she feels like she can't let the man that she loves or wants to get to know or in a relationship with know the real her either. Isn't that interesting? So you both walk around with masks on. Jacob daddy told him he's scared. Being scared doesn't mean that he's not strong. But to be strong for Nicole, for Naomi, and he would be the same. He would be feeling the same way he's feeling if anything was to happen to your mother. So Jacob would find daddy love his wife, Darlene. Okay, he loved him some Darlene. He said, if anything was to happen to your mama, I would be ready to lay down too. I know exactly how you feel. He was like, so I tell you what, when we go to church on Sunday, we're going to pray for you. And then he said, and then I think he invited them to go with them on Sunday. He said, okay, we're going to go. And I'm like, now see here. Did you ask Naomi if she want to go to church? Because see, Naomi probably in one of them mindsets where she about to be mad with the Lord. And I'm not going over there. I ain't talking to him after he did this to me. I got a feeling this is setting up for an argument. Because she ain't going to want to go to no church. She ain't going to want to go. She ain't going to want to go. She ain't want to go. She don't go. She going to say, we're not going. We're not going. She ain't going nowhere. She ain't going. That's what I think going to happen. But we got to wait and see. Y'all so suspicious. Calm down. Now, he told him to go home early and go home, be with your wife. Now, Grayson shows up, right? And Naomi calls him over. Naomi's like, come on over here. Come on over here. Grayson, Bobby, I know my accent is horrible. Men already know me. I already know it's terrible, terrible, you know. But anyway, she's like, Grayson, come on over here. We want to talk to you, Grayson. Ashley got something to ask you. And he was like, oh, yeah, what's up? Now, I don't know if I think Grayson is slamming that, but you know, sidebar. Grayson, I'm going to need you to stop arching these eyebrows this hard. And whatever black dye you using, sir, you using too much. I just got a feeling you died up here. I think you died. And this scruffy look like you got dirt on your face down here. Now, I don't know. You're not a bad looking man, but I'm just saying. This scruffy look ain't for everybody. But they got too much eyebrow powder on your eyebrows or something. I don't know. Your lips looking pink. What's going on? Now, wardrobe, I need you to fix it. Fix it. Moving on. So she's admitting that they have better chemistry. Well, I was saying I have to admit that they do have better chemistry than she and Derek had. Okay. Real talk got that Trinidadian thing going. I can't really get that one in my head right now, but she's Trinidadian, so she's got a different accent. Okay, so listen. Now, I do think that the chemistry with her and this Grayson guy is better than her and Derek, because her and Derek is dry as toast together. But at least this guy made me feel something, which was, I don't know if you slimy. I don't know if you slick. He bringing some personality. And with Derek, I was just like, just sleep, okay? Snoring and all. So she said, I want to have a little change of plans if you don't mind. He was like, what, you want to spend some time with your friend? And she said, yeah, but what I'm saying is, can she come with us? Why she need to come with you to go have a drink for, Ashley? And then you took your butt down there to the bar, started chewing, spitting, biting off more than you could chew. I'll get to that in a minute. Now, when it comes down to Vernon and Andre, they sitting over here at the house talking, and Vernon tells Andre that, you know, it's not easy dealing with these Dupree women. You know, you got to be a certain kind of person to be able to deal with the strength that these women have. You do. Although Anita reminds me of my cousin child. My cousin and her husband, baby, they is one dynamic duo. When I tell you, if she had girls like this, her girls would be strong. They would be all of that. Okay? Baby, she is the matriarch of her family. And it's gonna be what she say. And I don't mean in no boxing way neither. I mean in she just is that kind of lady, okay? She's strong. She don't play all that, okay? And she's about her business, okay? And being dignified, okay? But anyway, he said dealing with the Dupree women is not easy. See? And Ted and Bill failed at that. But be the soft spot that Danny's going to need to fall into. And he says, I will. With his little arms out there. Look at his little arms. Big little arms. Big little arms. Now, Danny wants her mom to not blame herself about this gene. She's proud to be her daughter. Anita loves that her girls were their own people, she said, with just a little bits of me and Vernon peeking through. But how proud it made me to see you guys get out there and grow and be your own women with your own personalities. I love it. But she sees her fire in Danny. She says, and you're going to need that same fire to pull through what we're pulling through. And Danny feels the same way with her girl, she says. And I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. Now, Naomi is a pushy wing man, in my opinion. She over there, go over there, y'all go over there, we're going to go over here. Now, if you going over there, then why did y'all need to come in here together? Is you chaperoning? I'm lost. But anyway, she sends them over to the bar. And then she meets up with Jacob, and they sit over there and sit at another table watching what's going on over there. So we may as well watch too. Because Ashley's sitting down on her little red top, low cut top. She thinks she ready to dance. But we're going to see. We're going to see, look at her. Now, Nicole is tipsy. at the house. And Carlton is just taking it all in, you know. Um, mm, I didn't know at first what he was thinking about it because she was drunker than a skunk. She was a little drunk, but he was trying to calm her down. And then she starts acting like Cat being a little offensive, but drunk, saying stuff, but she was talking out of turn, but she was drunk. You may not be what I mean, and I don't know if you can handle who I am. And he's just sitting there looking at her. And she says, maybe you can come back when my factory settings are back to normal, because this may not be what you signed up for. And he said, I wouldn't dream of letting you drink alone. She had also said that she had wanted to let her hair down with Carlton. I mean, she had wanted to let her hair down with Carlton, she said. And I guess he was like, disturbing her groove. She was like, don't disturb this groove. I'm ready to it. He was like, girl, ain't nobody trying to do nothing with you. You sitting up in here drunk as a skunk, girl. Go on with that. And for that, I will give him, okay then, Carlton. Miss Jen, the new guy is handsome in his natural. Wait, hold on. I got to see what your comment is saying. The new guy is handsome in his natural thick eyebrows and scruffy look. I don't like it. I think he's handsome though. I don't know. I don't know. This is too dark. I can tell you using that Beijing, that Beijing on there and all that stuff. You got the black, blackity, black. That's what you got. You need to lighten up on that black just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right, now, Chelsea wants to be spontaneous and Madison wants to be metered. Madison is metered. She ain't trying to get out here and be all willy-nilly. She don't do willy nor nilly. She don't willy-nilly. That ain't what she do. Okay. But Chelsea wants to be her free self again. Girl, I guess you about to mess this up because you about to go, I want to be free. Okay, so we're going to see where that goes, okay? So she says, I want to be myself again. I want to feel free. I want to live. I miss that so much. And she was like, oh, okay. So she was like, and I want you to join me in this adventure. But when she hugged her, you could see the look on Madison's face was like, oh, Lord. Sometimes people don't want to come out their comfort zone, especially people who are very metered. And Madison seems to be very metered. Now, Nicole is still drinking. Hold on one second. I have something to say right here. Give me a minute, please. Nicole is still drinking and then turned on some of that slow dragon music. And they dancing and kissing. Some of that old slow dragon music, child. How close to you? I feel it too. Every day I try to me. Okay, keep on, little girl. Keep on. Carlton in here with these pants on, know they too little. Carlton, you know these britches is too small, sir. In here gripping and grabbing on everything. Gripping and a grabbing. Gripping and a grabbing. Anyway, Carlton pushes her away and said, listen. I don't want anything like this with you. This is what I said be on purpose. He needs 2 shades light on that Beijing, don't he? That Beijing, you got that dog. You got that black. You got that skunk black. You got the skunk black. Go in there and tell them that you want, what else? What other color black do you want? You don't want skunk black, because that's blackity black. You want more like a nice black pony black. Like, you just don't get this black. You got that shiny black. Lighten up on it a little bit. But anyway, Carlton told Nicole, he was like, listen, I don't want nothing from you while you in here like this. I want to know you chose me when you, thank you, skin tight. Skin tight. Carlton, you in here in the skin tights, brother, in the little skin tights. Are those tights? Is them leggings? Is them leggings in a medium? You know what? Be on purpose. Be on purpose. Now, put your hand up here. Leave Jermaine Jackson alone. From the moment that we kiss, and y'all remember that song? One thing that's true, I notice you like me, don't you? Jermaine did his thing with that song. Baby Jermaine did his thing with that song. Okay, but anyway, he told her, I don't want nothing from you until I know that you really want me. Okay? That I know that you choosing me for real because I want to be in your life. I'm trying to be in your life for real, girl. I was like, okay then, Carlton. Y'all know what? Y'all trying to dislike Carlton, but Carlton trying to. We know he did what he did, but he seems to be a good person, a good man. So far, we don't know what the future may hold, but right now we're just trying to say you do seem to be decent. You have not tried to take advantage of Nicole and her situations with Ted, nor have you tried to take advantage of her in situations when it comes down to her over here drinking too much. So we got to give him that. At least give him that. But we got our eye on you. Right over there. Right over there with Tracy. You and Tracy, I still got my eye on you. But I'm trying to lean in and see what we see on. I am. Side note, Christopher Roberts Riley, who plays Carlton, is a friend of mine. Really? We've been friends for about 15 years since my days. Look, don't tell him that we be over here talking about stuff now. Don't tell him. Be on purpose. Don't you say nothing. But you could ask him if he would come over here and do an interview with us as a favor to you. Because we would love to talk to him. But yes, but don't be over here telling him that we'll be in him how fine he is. Don't you be over there telling him, don't you tell him. Don't you tell him. But you tell him I'll be over here windmilling for him. I don't care what these people do. You don't tell him. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. Be on purpose. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Okay, now listen. But one thing we're gonna say about it, Carlton wearing these pants, so y'all if you want to Carlton got the voice, Carlton tall. Y'all I'm about to put Carlton on the list with my bill in a minute now. I'm about to tell y'all, I'm just waiting to make sure he really is a good guy. Once I have solidified that he's a good, listen, maybe, just maybe, listen, so let's fast forward, right? Let's say that when the show came on, Carlton and Ted used to be best friends and that him and Nicole was already together. Y'all wouldn't be going through all this. But because we saw it unfold, now y'all want to be all up in Carlton's face because Carlton finally stepped up when Ted dropped the bow. I wouldn't have cared if nobody married my ex. One of my friends want to do that, then go ahead on, child. May the force be with you. I would not have cared. All right, we're moving on. We're not going to belabor the point. But yes, ask him, will he come over and do a short little 10, 15-minute interview for the channel with us? We would love that so much. Thank you. All right, now, make sure I covered all this. Oh, wait, I might be about to turn too bad. Okay, yeah. So Carlton told her he wants to be in her life. He ain't trying to just be in here just doing what she's trying to do right now while she's drunk. He don't want it that way. And you have to respect that. Whether if y'all like it or not. Elaine, you know what, Elaine, why is you over here cutting up? We can't be doing the man. We can't be objectifying the man like that. You know, he's more than his pants. He's an actor. He's a thespian. Y'all put some respect on that. Stop that. Y'all women, y'all know y'all just a mess. Now, Mr. Grayson is over here flirting down. Okay? He's over here flirting down. And Ashley calls him out on using old pickup lines in a cute way. Like, I know you be saying that to all the girls. And he said, yeah, now, Ashley, why your shirt not buttoned up? I just realized this. See, you over here with all your tatas sticking up and sticking out. You're going to mess around here with your little Farrah Fawcett hair. You're going to mess around and get more than what you're bargaining for messing with Grayson. Because Grayson is body. But anyway, he uses little cute little, pickup lines. And she liked them anyway, though. So Naomi and Jacob is over there looking. And they're like, look at them over there. Look. Is he just did? She over there eating and talking. That's how married people do. They'll be at their table and they look. He went in for the kiss and she turned her head. Now she grinning and skimming, but she turned her head. She said, "You don't get all that down on my red sweater." "No, you not, sir." Just teasing. But okay, listen. So now Naomi sees that they're getting along pretty good. So Grayson and Ashley continue flirting, and she is writing checks that I'm sure she's not going to be ready to cash later on. Because, girl, that Maxwell type neo soul music they got playing in the background while y'all was sitting up here talking, gonna mess around and get you caught up, okay? Nicole over here playing stuff at her house for Isley Brothers, about to get her caught up, and you over here listening to this neo soul. It's about to get you caught up, okay? Next thing, she in here talking about tying cherry stems with her tongue. Girl, you don't be talking to nobody like that. You don't be telling no man this on no first day. I could tie a cherry stem with my tongue. Girl, that's at least date 10, 8, 5. This is too soon. You be talking about that because this don't do nothing but put something dirty on the mind. I know you thinking that you could do a good party trick, but that ain't what he thinking about. So you need to clean it up, Ashley. Clean it up. So anyway, next thing, he started talking about going back to her house. "Oh yeah, maybe we can go back to your house. Come on, go with me." And look in the picture. No, I can't. Come on over to my place. I can't go. I shouldn't go. All right then. But ends up that she gonna take him, okay? But Ashley, I think you doing too much far too soon. But we shall see. Now, Carlton, now right here is where I had first looked up and seen these pants. And this one I wrote it down. And I said, where these pants came from? Did he have these on all day? Because for a minute, I thought these was pajama pants. This is why I'm bringing attention. I brought attention to it. I thought that he had on some pajama pants, like he was getting ready to go in there, like, like he was getting comfortable. What I thought. Then I had to go back. I'm like, oh no, he done had these on the whole episode. But Carlton, calm down. But anyway, Nicole has fallen asleep, so he gets up and he lays a blanket over the top of her. And then she snuggles up a little closer to him and he kisses her on the forehead. I think Carlton really does care for Nicole, you guys. I really think this character cares for this character. I really do. I really do. All right, now, Naomi and Jacob are chatting, and then Ashley comes over there with Grayson and said that he was like, yeah, she about to show me how she organizes her place. I'm like, yeah, she about to show you how she organizes, all right. She just gonna freeze up and throw you out of there and then tell you she's looking for something more. But y'all go ahead, though. Go ahead. Get down. Now, Anita and Danny are still upstairs, still talking, and she wants to know how her girls are doing. And Danny said, they're doing better than I am. And so, I'm sorry, she said they're doing better than me. And Anita tells her to schedule her follow-up and don't be dilly-dallying about that. You go on and you do that. And she says, I will, Mom, I will. And then they end up hugging and then they go downstairs. But before they get down there, Andre is telling Bernie, yeah, you should have seen me yesterday when Bill came over here. Bill gonna bring his big old self over here, all up to trying to be all up on Danny. I was like, Danny don't need you. Your girls need you. Danny got a man. Okay, Shantae got a man at home, and she don't need you. She got me. So you just worry about your cheerings. You worry about your cheerings and stop worrying about Danny, because she is not your concern no more. Okay, and then Vernon was like, "Oh, well, that's nice. I'm glad you had said that. Good for you." Because he know Bill ain't about to sit down nowhere. But I hope you up for the whole thing, Andre, because Bill will be back, baby. The cat came back. The very next day, watch the cat coming back. You thought he was a goner, but the cat came back. He just will not stay away. Watch and see what I tell you. The cat coming back, baby. The juice is on the loose. Bill don't back down like that, but men of a certain age, they don't back down just because you got up. That don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. But at either rate, Vernon said that he's glad that he has that Danny has him, and he tells him, he said, "There's nothing more important to me than Danny, and thinking about losing her is just more than I can deal with. I really love her," and he's glad to hear that. So then Danny and her mom come back into the room and assures everybody that cancer done messed around and messed with the wrong family when it came knocking on the Duprees door. And I was like, all right then. Y'all better say that. Y'all better say that. But look at here. What I'm trying to figure out is What's gonna happen to your sister house girl when she wake up with Carlton with them pants still on? I mean, cause she ain't about to be out there long. She about to wake up soon. She about to wake up wrapped up. She gonna be wrapped up in the rapture of love. She is. When you met, come on, y'all. Always knew I would feel the magic for you. This is what she gonna be singing. Like my light. Come on, y'all. Oh, my heart said tonight will be just a star. Yeah, girl. I love you here by me, baby. You let my love fly freely. Child, they about to be singing and carrying on when she wake up. Watch and see what I tell you. 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 About to be on and popping. I think they gonna make a cute couple though. Y'all have to admit that. Now we ain't gonna sit up here and act like Carlton and them. He did what he did. He stole his best friend woman after he had put her out on the side of the road. He did. But I ask you, once somebody takes something, if you get, let's say you getting rid of a like new chiffero, right? A like new buffet cabinet, right? Buffet cabinet. And you put it out on the curb, and then your neighbor next door go out there and get it. And then you said, wait a minute, I think I could use that. Then you go back out there to get it, and your neighbor got it. Was your neighbor wrong for going out there to get it when you put it out there? Ted put it out there. He put it out there, the Carlton put it out there and got it. Carlton was like, Elaine says, you cannot steal something that no longer, right? It ain't yours no more, sir. It ain't his, Elaine. He put it out there. Although I'm going to tell y'all a story what had happened to me one time. I was too embarrassed to fix it, but this what had happened. I did not know that my neighbors was moving. I did not. And I had gone out to do my laundry. And there was a table at the bottom of the stairs. And I thought, who's throwing this away? So I got the table and brought it back in the house with me. Only to realize later that my neighbors were moving. And then I heard the lady say, because I lived on the lady said, I heard her because I was sitting in the chair by the window. She said, somebody stole the table. Now I wanted to come out and say I had it, but I was scared. I didn't want them to think I was low deep because I wasn't. I thought they had got rid of the thing. I did not want to be branded. I had to wait till later and take it back out there. I wasn't about to get caught up. I was not. So I'm saying, I like to say, be careful. Be careful what you put out on the curb. And when you know, because people don't know. And Carlton didn't know. Carlton didn't know. B-Lo Diddy said, I'm coming in with that furniture. Carlton was checking for that door to crack so he could open and walk through. Right. But Carlton did not walk through the door. Carlton said, I will wait until you are at yourself and you have returned, and then it's going to be turn off the lights and light a candle. Do, 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 do. Tonight I want you in a romantic mood. Okay, wait. Ted filed and placed Nicole on the shelf. He did. Now he took this girl love and he put it on the shelf, huh? And like a fool, I thought I had it all to myself. That didn't work. Carlton was waiting for the door to crack. Okay, now that's not a good example, Miss Jen. We talking about close relationships, same furniture relationship, same thing. Don't be putting stuff out there if you ain't ready for it to go. Carlton has been lusting after Nicole before and all throughout in the marriage. Maybe he know Ted wasn't worth a doggone. You know, I don't understand why she want to be with him. Because Carlton is not a bad guy, Rhonda. That's why. Carlton is not a bad guy, and she's had a front seat to knowing that Carlton is not a bad guy. Nicole going to have a huge hangover. She is. She is. The sweetest hangover. I don't want to get over. You gonna have a hangover, girl. They right about that. Uh, wait. She's feeling him a little. She is feeling him. Below Didi said, Carlton ain't right. Carlton may be right, but you know what? If loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right. If loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right. You don't want to be right. I know, Ron, it's not about him being a bad guy. It's the principle of the thing. I know that there's a difference between the two. Carlton admiring Nicole from afar while she was married and never making a move is not wrong. Elaine said, gotta make your move too soon. Make that move right now, baby. Because it only comes around once in a lifetime. Make that move right now, baby. You know, I'm glad I found a place to use what I've been doing all my life, which is busting out in song in the middle of stuff. Finally, it finds a home where it makes sense. Because, baby, I will bust out with a song in the middle of in mid conversation in a minute, or you'd be like, girls, like that song saying, I think in music. Okay, what can I do? What can I do? The cleaner woman. We already did that one. Okay, let's see. The songs tonight are relevant. She is feeling him. She is. I guess Carlton is singing the cleanup man. He is. He is. And Ted gonna be out there, baby, don't you know? But Ted done decided to let it go. Ted has decided that it's over for them, but I have a feeling that they're gonna find themselves back to each other. But now here's the thing. When you step into something where you know all the parties involved, you are always risking that those people may come back together. Now, if that happens, that's on Carlton. Because Carlton, you knew that these people did have a loving relationship for a long time. Miss Jen, it's your time. Thanks to BT. CB on purpose. What I'm saying, finally, my thing found a purpose. Carlton may have been wrong to pretend to be friends. He wasn't pretend. He was his friend. But I think he really was Ted's friend. He could not resist this opportunity to get this woman in his mind all this time. I mean, you fumbled the ball, sir. Alexa, play Backstabbers. Backstabbers. Wait a minute. I know this song. Wait. I know Backstabbers. How does that go? OJ's. Oh, why can't I remember? Hold on. For some reason, this is escaping me right now. Backstabbers. Watch me be mad at myself when I hear this song. But the melody won't pop in my head right now. Hold on. Who sent me a text message? Okay. Backstab. Oh, why won't this song come in my head? Let me just find it. I ain't gonna play it though, because I ain't trying to get no strike. I just need to hear how the melody go right quick. Backstabbers. Oh yeah, the backstabbers, they smiling in your face all the time. They want to take your place. The backstabbers. It popped in before I had to look it up. When Haley comes back, are you going to sing Gold Digger? I don't want to be a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. Haley, look, we already know that's what time Haley on. All the time they want to take your place. The backstabbers. New Ted too small and whipping to go. That's why we needed the original Ted to come in here and just, ooh, child, ooh, the standoff would have been nice. Oh my goodness. But I like the new Ted. I do like the new Ted. He just looks a little young for this role to me. But it's not like he's not a good actor, because that he is. I bought him as the new Ted now. He just looked a little young to me for this role. He looks like they friend. We do miss the old Ted. We do. But maybe they can bring him back as something else. Bring him back in a new role. We'll take. I cannot stand Ted the character. I know, girl. That Ted be on your nerve. That Ted is weak to you. That Ted be doing too much. He be doing too much. And we get it. We understand. We do. Well, all right, you guys. That's what happened today. I see that on the thing that they dropped the behind the scenes interview for Ted and for who was the other person? No, wait. It's for Ted and for, I just said this yesterday. Let's see if I still have it up. Okay, so they dropped the back interview for Ted and for Kat. Did I listen to Cats? Yeah, I listened to Cats. I haven't listened to Ted's. Okay. He definitely acts like a, I think that they said he had this role first and that the other Ted was just standing in until he was ready to come for the role or something like that. But really they should have just wrote Ted. Now they could have wrote Ted in as Carlton. They could have wrote Ted in as let him come in and play somebody else, in my opinion. Shoot, he could have been Andre. I'd accept him better as Andre. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. But okay, child. Well, that's what happened today, honey, child. I'm glad y'all came over here to get the gossip. I do feel a little bit better because there's some stuff going on today, child. Just been on my nerves. People just doing too much. I had to call a friend of mine and sound off. I was like, because I don't want to say the wrong thing to nobody. So let me say it to you so I ain't mess around and say it to them. But I got to get it off my spirit. Martin and Ted look the same age. Martin and Ted. Yeah, they do. They really do. I could have taken Martin as Andre. Hey, Jen, how's your mom doing? My mom's doing much better. Thank you. She's up and about. She back to fussing about what I don't want it. I don't like it. I don't need it. I don't want it. You can have it. Go over there. I don't need it. But she's doing better. Thanks for asking. All right. On another note, I love Keith Robinson's song. Oh, he's a great singer. He's a great actor. He's a great actor. He's a good singer. All of that. I like everybody's acting on this show. I think that for you to even dislike a character, it means that they are playing the character so well that you do. It means that they have clipped into something that you like. I just can't stand them. I've done something right because I've tapped into your emotions. You done paid me enough attention. You can't stand me. I'm playing, like when I think about Derek, like seeing him in that interview, Derek is definitely playing that character the way it's supposed to be, bland and vanilla. Because that's not how he talks in real life. So he's in slowed his cadence. What is this guy like? He's unsure of himself. He probably stutters when he talks and, stares too long and, he's too intense. And, so I think that he did a lot of studying into this role and, mm-hmm. And that's why we can't stand him. Now, let me look at this man here one more time. He look like he about to bust out and sing. Mama, I want to sing. He like he about to bust out and sing. Mm-hmm. See, this is another thing that real dark dye will do to you. Up there where his hair is separating, it's almost like I think I see another color peeping through up under there. So he might have went black for this role. I don't know. I would have loved to see Lynette actress as Haley. She's more believable as a schemer. I haven't seen enough of the Lynette character to think that she would have made a better Haley. I don't know if I've seen enough of her to know what she would be like, but she definitely, I don't know. I don't know. I have to see more of her. I would love to see LaRoyce Hawkins come on the show. I don't know who that is. What was she in or he in? LaRoyce Hawkins. Who is that? What did they play in? It's so funny the stuff that's on this channel. So listen. So my cousin's husband is cousins to the girl who plays Nurse Messi. Her mother was just at their house and all of that, not too long ago and all of that, right? So you have that one. And then my cousin went to school with Bill and, knew him. And then there's some other connections I can't talk about that, that there's that connection. And then Be On Purpose knows the guy that plays Carlton. And it's just funny. Like life is funny. Like there's so many millions and millions of people, but 6 degrees of separation. Funny. Where is Greg Vaughn? Grayson is a soul character with experience, and he looks like this all the time. Oh, okay. Chicago PD. I haven't watched that. Lynn, way more interesting than Ashley. Oh, okay. Good question. And then Elaine just said yesterday that her mailman was what's the girl name that just won the award last night? With the dress that had on the diamond thong. That her father is her mailman. Funny. Never can say goodbye. But all right, y'all, I'm gonna get ready to get out of here, and I will see you guys tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. I might do some ripping and Tiana Taylor. Thank you. Tiana Taylor's grandfather was her mailman until he retired yesterday. Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me. Before we get out of here, though, let's take a moment and say thank you to our wonderful mods and the rest of the gang.
Katie Mommy, Bilo Dee, Destiny H, Cousin Linda, Elaine T, Belinda Hill, and the Raven Maniac. Thank you.
Thank you all indeed, because you make things go so much easier. Child Real Talking said she was over here in these comments watching y'all talk yesterday, and y'all had got on her nerve. I think it was yesterday she said that. I don't know. But she said y'all was disrespectful down in them comments, talking about Bill like that. She ain't like that. She ain't like it. She ain't like it. She ain't like it. We talking about no Bill. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. And listen, I want you guys to take care of yourself before you try to give to the world something that you ain't got to give in the first place. Baby, you got to do you before you can do anybody else. Just remember that, please. All right. Wait a minute. She said she was mad about Haley. Now, y'all done broke up my whole goodbye. Hold on. Hold on. Said she was mad about Haley. Big belly, big. Oh, girl, you know what? You want to end out with it, girl? You know we can get it. You already know. You already know we can get it, girl. You know, this goes out to you, Bilo.
Ow! Ow!
Because you know anything about Bill is fighting words. You already know that. You already know that. Okay? All right, so let me start again. So in closing, let me tell you guys to take care of yourself before you try to give something to the world, because you can't give what you ain't got. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Y'all be good. Bye.
Okay, that's it for today. They're closing the gate, so I've got to close this door until tomorrow. See you then. Bye-bye.